Like I say, I'm going to show you how to wood turn a pen. Okay, so step one is to get a piece of wood just like this. This is a piece of flooded gum. I just got it from the local woodworking shop near me. And then you just need to buy one of these kits. They come in all different shapes, colours and sizes. So I'm going to be wooding a Slimline pen. So you can get gold, black or chrome. So for wooden pens, the nicest one is to use is gold. It just looks really nice. Okay, so I'm going to get this and I'm just going to open it up. Take one of them out. And then see those two gold tubes there? You just open it up and take one of those tubes out. And then with this tube, you use this to measure the piece of wood. So just get your piece of wood, get the tube, just putting the piece of wood on my table. I'm getting this. Then I'm just using a pen to mark it. I have to mark 2 of them. Okay, so you can cut this lots of different ways. You can just cut it with a handsaw. But if you want it to be nice and straight and accurate, you can use something called a miter box. This is my miter box. It's a wooden one. They're about $20 at Mitre 10, so they're pretty cheap. You just line the saw up to this line right here. And then just cut it. And now you've got this piece. Now you just cut in the middle of that line there. Okay, now you have 2 pieces. There's a bit of overhang. So now you get 10 and just mark the center. So across there and across there. Okay, now the center is marked out. You can now drill both of these. So there are 2 ways to do this. So the first way is just to use a drill. You can just get the piece of wood in your vise and drill a hole. But it's not very accurate and you can easily bust your side as you're drilling because there's no support to make a perfect hole. But the way I do it is I use my lathe to do it. I bought it for about $500. It's got a little engine and it basically just turns a piece of wood at high speed. So to drill a hole on the lathe, you need it's a drill chuck which you put in here, just like that. So now you need to put something on here called a chuck, and that actually holds the piece of wood. Put it on the thread and then just turn it on. Okay, so you just get one of the pieces of wood, just get this, put it in the hole there, and then just twist it, and then that makes it go in and out. So I'm just going to put this in here, just twist it till it fits in, and if you don't understand any of this, just leave it in the comments and I'll explain it in a longer video. So you just get the tip of this, and then you just bring it in so it touches the X in the middle. You need to have the speed of your lathe to pretty slow. It's basically halfway. I'm just going to turn it on. Just going to make sure it's all locked in. Then I'm going to start drilling. So I'm just going to take this out of it, and boom, you have a perfect hole through it. Okay, and just like that, we have 2 pen blanks. ready for the gluing process. Next thing, you're going to get both of the tubes. You're just going to get some sandpaper, and you just need to rub the sandpaper across the tubes until it's all scratched. And then for the glue, I'm just going to be using some 500 epoxy. Okay, 500 epoxy comes in 2 parts. Part A, Part B. So to use it, you just need to get a piece of paper and then squeeze equal amounts. You squeeze out a little pile, the same, and then just mix them together. They have to be exactly the same. Okay, so I'm just going to get one of the lengths, just get this. Now I'm going to get some epoxy on the paddle top and just rub it up and down, and then as it goes in, the glue squeezes out and then it covers it. You just do the same for the other one. Okay, so it's all glued up. Now I'm going to show you how to use this. So you just put this in your chuck and then just drill down. Now you can see the tube, and it's going to be perfectly flat and symmetrical, so when you're turning, it's going to look perfect. So Woodturn pen, you need to have this. It's called a pen mandrel. Okay, so you put one pen mandrel on. You get a pen blank, put it in on the sides, then you put one in between that. You put another one on, then you just put 2 on the end. Then just get this brass bushing and tighten. Okay, that's all on. It's nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. Now let me show you how to attach this onto the lathe. So you just get this end right here. Just put it in there. Slide that in. There's a little hole right there, and that tip fits in that hole. So you just put it up. So it's in there, because if that flies out while you're turning, that would not be good. And turning is really fun, but it can be dangerous. So I'm just going to wear some glasses while I'm doing it. Okay guys, I'm now ready to turn. So to Woodturn this pen, I'm going to be using this. Put your lathe on the highest speed setting it can go, because it's a very small thing you're turning. Okay, so I'm going to be making a video soon explaining how to actually turn, but I'm just showing you how to make a pen, so I'm just going to be using this and turning it all down, and then I'll see you back then. So yeah, time-lapse time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that looks really nice now. So it is pretty rough and everything, so I'm now just going to use some spray varnish, and I'm just going to spray over it, and then I'm going to come back in 2 hours and then start sanding it. Okay, the first part of the wet sanding process is just to get some sandpaper. This is 400 grit. I'm going to dip it in the water. Wet sanding is good because it doesn't produce dust and it gives it a really fine finish. And now you just turn on the lathe, and then I'm just going to rub this over it. And then I'm just going to feel it. It feels pretty smooth. So then I want to get some just beeswax polish. I'm gonna get some. This is just a little square. And again, I'm just gonna rub it across it. Get a rag and then rub it in so the beeswax gives it like a nice polish. Oil, I just put on my finger and I'm just gonna rub it. Now that's all done. I'm now gonna take it from the lathe. So now we have these two pieces. I'll show it to you in better light. Okay, that looks pretty cool. But I just found that a normal amp just like this works just as well. So I'm just going to get this. I'm going to get the packet. And in the packet, there are lots of different parts. The first part that we need is this. So I'm just going to take this out of the packet. Okay, so now I'm going to find the piece. So I made these two pieces, one with a tamper that goes down. So this will fit on here perfectly. So I'm just going to put it in here. I want to get my clamp, open it up, put it in between it, and then I'm just going to line it up and squish it down. Push it in there until it's all completely flush. Okay, the next thing you need is this. It's a little piece with a little gold thing on the end. So you put the gold thing in the piece of wood, just like this, and then you clamp that in. So now this piece here is done, and then move on to this one. So next in the packet, you actually need two things. You need this and this, so that basically they clip, so you can like put it in your top pocket. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the bigger round. If you can see there, is your tempers down there, so I'm going to put it on the bigger side. So you just get this, put it on there, and then you get this piece and put it through this, and then you put that into the hole there. Generally takes me a few tries to get this. Okay, so after a bit of clamping, it's now on. So there are now two parts left. I'm just going to get them out. So this is actually the ink cartridge. You can buy like a pack of 10 for like $6, so it's really pretty cheap. And then you just get out this, just like a little tube. Then you get this part right here. You get the tube and put it on. Just push it down, just like that. And then you get this, and there's a hole in there, so you stick it through there and twist it in like there's a thread. And then you get this, put it in the hole there, and boom, just like that, you have a custom pen. So if you want to actually buy this pen, I'm going to be selling it for $25 on eBay. Link is in the description or title. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. In the next video, I'm going to be making a pen, but I'm going to be making it out of acrylic. Super cool. Okay, see ya.